Hello everybody, and this is just a quick one on probably what I think is another forgotten sea of survival, which is communication.
Right, everybody, like I say, this is just a quick one on communication. I put that on air shop too because I've got a couple of these knocking about. This year is the cheapest chips, and I mean cheapest chips, but £11 delivered, little no nonsense phone, and that's from TT Phone. I get it off Amazon, right? I say this is a new one. There's a couple of these knocking about. I say absolutely no frills. Comes with a little battery, USB charging cable, bit of bump, right? What it is basically is a backup emergency phone, right? But I say it doesn't weigh anything, even with the battery, compared to, you know, your iPhone or your mobile phone, Android, whatever. But I say I think 2 or 3 of these little phones. One's in the car. I'm thinking about putting this one in my kit, you know what I mean, as a little backup phone. And just on those, 1 second. You just buy a prepaid SIM, you know. One's around £10. I think you get £10 credit or £15 credit or something silly. But you just need a little bit of credit. And I think it's another forgotten sea of survival is communication. You want to be able to communicate to get yourself out of bother, whether that be your standard phone that you use. My theory being on that is because that's an item of use that could get lost or damaged or go the distance type thing. Whereas if you've got one of those tucked away in the bottom of your bag, in your torch pouch or something, gives you at least a secondary backup communication. And just to begin with there, I've just got these couple of little walkie-talkies, and the old walkie-talkies, they're not a ham radio, but I use these regular. Save me if we go to a parked up area type thing for it, like a picnic or a brew in the car, whatever. And I generally go off to have a wander about. The wife's got one, and I've got one. It just saves you phoning up backwards and forwards. You know what I mean?
Power on, 1. And it's just a little walkie-talkie, 2-way.
Like I say, I'm looking to get some ham radios, a couple of ham radios, I think. But again, my theory being on those ham radios is you've got more chances of making telephonic contact, haven't you, than you have through a radio. Although I'm not going to knock them out at all, because like I say, I'm looking at a couple of ham radios. Something to do in my pastime. I might get my license for the ham radio. But yeah, little 2-way walkie-talkies shouldn't be overlooked at all, you know. And I say, forgotten sea of survival, your communication device. You need a communication device, credit or data. That's just a prepaid SIM in there. You buy them separately. I just want to keep it all together. And your charger. So 3 C's of the communication sea of survival. Rambling on a bit this one, innit? But communication device, credit and data, and a charging device. Right? For something that I think is possibly overlooked, but for the price, you know, all in 20 quid, say, 22 quid, say, all in. Little phone, little prepaid SIM card, and that's unblocked. Just so happens, I think this one's a O2 to keep in with the other one, right? So, mobile phones for your communication, survival. That's just a heads up, really. Just something I would thought I'd share with you. I say that's got chop 2 on there, so I don't forget. But yeah, the communication device, and that sort of goes in with my last video about becoming battery free. You know, we are, this day and age, it's all USB stuff, isn't it? You know, I mean, so I think it probably is technically possible to get battery free, totally battery free. I think that's what we're looking at. But like I say, you know, you get something like a power bank or a dynamo crank, a little emergency backup phone, bit of credit on your phone. You're away there, aren't you? You know what I mean? You've got access to more points of contact with a mobile phone than I think you might have with a ham radio. Even though these aren't ham radios, it's a walkie-talkie, but you know, it's there to show you what I think. But probably a good little investment. £11 cheap phone and a cheap bit of credit or contact. Get that set up, put it in your bag, put it in your kit bag. You just forget about it, don't you? And that gives you a backup to your main device, of which, if you think about it, you know, you'll be using that most of the time, won't you? Again, I've got to add, I'm not from an age where these things were all the rage, you know. It was still, you know, it's not a thing. It's a modern type thing, innit, you know, for us older guys. But lost without one, really, if you think about it. Communication device these days. Like I say, waffling on a bit, but for those of us who are serious about it all, a little backup phone with a bit of credit, somewhere to constantly charge it, not just give it one charge, but long-term charging. That could be a way forwards for you. And don't rule out little walkie-talkies, two-way walkie-talkies. Don't rule them out at all. They've got about well, they say it's 3 kilometre range. Flat ground, you can push that to maybe 5k, and depending on topography, anywhere from a mile, innit? So about a mile's range that they are, approximately. Bit more, bit less, you know what I mean, on certain days, certain topography. Whereas an analog phone speaks volumes, speaks for itself, doesn't it? So just a quick one on there.